Hi, this is Kathleen Short with Dreaming About the Mouse Travel and Dreaming About Vacations. Today, I would like to share with you how I am preparing for my upcoming travel to Jamaica. So follow along. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to contact a professional travel advisor like we are. We're going to guide you and help you each step of the way. One of the things we're going to tell you about is having insurance for your vacation. You are going to need to have proof of insurance for Jamaica. Now, the rules keep changing and every island requires something different. So we're going to walk you through that process for each island. Now, today we're specifically talking about Jamaica. So when you get that proof of insurance sent to you before you travel, you're going to print it off, and we like for you to go ahead and put it into a folder, into a safe place that you are going to be bringing with you, that you will pack in your carry-on, because you are going to have to show this either at the airport or at immigration in Jamaica. Several months or even weeks before you go to Jamaica, you are going to want to get on to the visitjamaica.com website. This is where you're going to find all the details about what you need to have in order to travel to Jamaica, besides, of course, your passport. You're just going to click on here and then scroll down, and you will be able to find all of the COVID-19 test requirements and all the different things that you need to bring along with you. At first, it's overwhelming, but I promise it really isn't that hard. It tells you what kinds of tests are accepted and what needs to be on there. I am going to share with you where I found a great place to get tested at. One of my favorite features is that it tells me exactly when I needed to get my test. So I put my arrival date in of January the 9th of 2021, and it told me the earliest day I could get my test was today, New Year's Eve. You may opt to do it on that day or maybe even wait a day. I'm having to do it this day because the labs are going to be closed for the New Year celebration. The best place that I found to do it was at Walgreens. So most of you, no matter where you're located, can find a Walgreens within a reasonable driving distance to get your test taken. It has the exact test you need, the PCR test, at a reputable lab that is CLIA certified. Now, I have previously had a test because COVID-19 unfortunately hit my house, and so I had the privilege of getting to see exactly what the report looked like. Now, during that time, I realized that some of the information, just one piece of it, was not listed on there that Jamaica wanted, and that was the CLIA number for the lab. I was easily able to find that online, and I actually printed that certificate and am going to put it in my travel folder. Actually, I already have, and that way I have that to show with my test results once I get those back. The great thing about the Walgreens, in my experience, is that I got my test results within 2 days and for my PCR test. So I have to have that negative test paper to show. I am going to print that out and take with me, stapled to the CLIA certificate from the lab. We will help you find this. I promise it is not hard. You just have to make sure that you have everything that Jamaica requires. Now, some labs that you may go to will have that CLIA number already on there for you. And if that's the case, you're golden and you don't need to take that extra step of printing out the lab's CLIA. Now, one thing I'd like to mention is that you need to prepare for this about a month or so in advance so that you are not scrambling at the last minute to find a location to get tested and that has the correct test that you need. So I got on here about a month ago, which would have been about 2 months before my test, and tried to figure out where would be the best place for me to get tested that would have everything I needed. So like I said, if you have a Walgreens, you're going to be safe to do it there. That being said, you have to have an appointment to go there, and pretty much anywhere you have to have some kind of an appointment. So I went through the time of, I went through this and entered in all my information and set up a time for a test. It will only let you schedule the test about 4 or 5 days out at most. And if it doesn't have the right time for you yet, then you might want to wait another day or so and just keep trying until the test becomes available. So you definitely need to have that scheduled well in advance before your date for testing opens up. Now, I'm getting tested on day 9. You might want to wait if it's not around a holiday and do it around day 8. And the reason being is that would allow you a little bit more leeway should you run into some travel issues on your flight. We recently had an agent that timed out because her flight got delayed and then the next flight got delayed, and by that time her COVID test was invalid. So you might want to give yourself that extra day and do it on day 8. So I am risking it by doing it on day 9. My problem is that they are not testing on January 1st. So I'm going to take that risk. Once you have that appointment, you will be sent an email that has your code for when you show up to Walgreens. If you haven't had a COVID test before, this one is really simple and it doesn't hurt. They do not go up to your brain. They just swab. You actually do it yourself. It's totally contactless. You will swab both nostrils, put it in a little tube, and then put it in their dispensary box. Super, super simple. My insurance covered it. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield, so everybody's may be a little bit different. Hopefully you don't have to pay for it. If you are going with more than one family member, then you will need to make that many appointments. So if you have a family of 4, you'll have to make 4 separate appointments. One appointment isn't going to work for all 4. I was able to download an app from the lab where my results would be sent to. So when my results came in, I not only got an email, but it also showed up on my app. And then it first just gave me my test results. But then when I said download report, I got the full report that I needed to take with me to Jamaica. Super, super easy. Once I've done that, then I'm ready to move on to my next step. My next step in preparing all of the required COVID-19 protocol documents is to get back on the Visit Jamaica website. What I'm going to be doing here is filling out the travel authorization form 3 days before I travel. So mark that in your calendar well in advance. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to read through each of these things. First, I'm going to put my email in. I'm going to get a code back or a password, and I'm going to read through each of these steps. Again, I promise it seems a little bit overwhelming, but I promise it is not bad at all. You're just going to fill out or read through each of these things, fill out the form, and then they're going to email you back with your travel authorization form. You will print that out, put it in your folder, and take it with you. The name of the game for traveling during COVID-19 is to be knowledgeable and prepared ahead of time. Please make sure you have those passports ready. Make sure that they don't expire within 6 months of you being there. They need to be good 6 months past your last day in the country. Give either us, your agent, or a family member a copy of those and of your passports. Just in case somebody loses one, you will have the information. If you have any questions, there's a great FAQ section on the Visit Jamaica website. You can go through there. Also, please don't hesitate to reach out. We have already had agents travel to Jamaica, and like I said, I will be heading there soon myself. I can't wait to go and visit the wonderful island of Jamaica and bring back all sorts of new information to share with our valued clients. Follow along and have a blessed and magical and wonderful 2021.